A horrific update now from Ukraine, where Russia is accused of an airstrike on a children's hospital and maternity ward. It happened during what was supposed to be a ceasefire, giving Ukrainians a safe time to escape the violence. The strike happened in a southern city where the mayor says more than 1,200 people have been killed since Russia invaded Ukraine 2 weeks ago. There are reports that children are now trapped in the rubble. And in Kyiv, there is only 2 weeks of food left.
With supplies being cut off, it will become somewhat desperate in, I would say, 10 days to 2 weeks.
According to the Pentagon, Russia has launched more than 710 missiles these past 2 weeks. But it says Ukrainians are putting up fierce resistance, with the country's president saying his people will not surrender. It's estimated more than 2 million Ukrainians have fled the fighting, and the world is offering assistance. Now we're getting a better idea of what role Ohio will play helping these fleeing Ukraine. Governor Mike DeWine says a summit is planned in Ohio to prepare for the arrival of any refugees. News 5's Clay Lepard is in Parma tonight with more details on how that might play out.
Street signs in Parma stand out a little more than they used to. Just one of several welcoming gestures for Ukrainians you'll find as of late.
We're the biggest concentration between Chicago and New York City.
For Mayor Tim DeGeeter, these past 2 weeks have tested the people of Parma, watching what's happening nearly 5,000 miles away and looking for ways to help, with the area home to an estimated 30 to 40,000 Ukrainians.
At least one church out there has a database where folks have called and said they're willing to house any Ukrainian refugees. This is a natural place because of the churches, because of the businesses.
And that bond between Ukraine and Ohio continues to strengthen. The governor's office says since 2018, 500 Ukrainians have resettled in Ohio, with most of them being right here in Northeast Ohio. Now, Governor Mike DeWine announced Ohio will host a summit of service organizations to plan for any Ukrainian refugees making their way to the United States.
I think we're going to see a lot of people. We just don't know how many and when.
Expect to see Joe Simperman also in those conversations. He serves as president of Global Cleveland, a refugee and immigrant advocacy organization dedicated to welcoming and integrating people from around the world into the city. He says his team was prepared for around 400 refugees to make their way to Northeast Ohio from Afghanistan when the Taliban took over last year. However, through word of mouth and families and friends settling closer together, that number, he says, is closer to 800 or even more. And Simperman expects when it comes to Ukraine, that number could be even higher.
I was talking to a woman this morning. Her sister is in Kyiv. Talking to somebody last night. His nephews live in a part of Ukraine. And so it's not just the sense of like, we're Cleveland and we've got this and it's in our DNA, which is all true. It's also, these really are family members of so many people who live here, and welcoming them is the right thing to do.
That summit to help sort out logistics is scheduled to take place March 17th.
Parma will be the epicenter likely of where some of those refugees come from Poland to the United States.
In Parma, Clay Lepard, News 5.